This is a transformative announcement about a transformative project. These things don't happen every day. This has been a long approach to try to get things done on this transit system and our streetcar, and this has been a tremendous boost to that process. You know you have something big going on when a member of the President's cabinet drops by to pay your city a visit. Either that or we're in big trouble, and I don't think we're in big trouble. At least I hope not. So thankfully, Secretary Fox joins us here today to bring us great news. He and I worked together in his previous life as a mayor of Charlotte. And for those of you who don't know, Charlotte has had some transformative things happen in their city as a result of Mayor Fox's efforts on transit, streetcars, light rail. And now him being the Secretary of Transportation is absolutely a fabulous thing. It's great to have a mayor in that position because they know what needs cities confront every day. When it comes to understanding the issues of local government, he gets it more than anybody else. When it comes to appreciating the impact that a multimodal dynamic transportation system can have on a community, he gets it. And when it comes to finding ways to foster intergovernmental collaboration, he gets that too. He also gets the personal stories that are the foundation of every Tiger project. One of those personal stories is Miss Annette Jones. And she is a member of our community, a business owner. And Annette started her business with one simple concept in mind: to do what she loves. And she's here today to tell you about how the downtown streetcar line is going to help her do what she loves even more. Annette?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for inviting me today to say a few words regarding our vision to further enhance our downtown by adding a streetcar from the River Key to Union Station. As the mayor mentioned, my name is Annette Jones. I'm the owner of Zafar Salon and Spa and Boutique. We're located at 1370 Main Street in our beautiful downtown Power and Light District. I am a unique business in the Power and Light District because I am the only minority business in the Power and Light. But I'm here today to lend my support as a business owner of the mayor's vision for a new streetcar. This project will be free for riders. This is a great boost for our downtown and for our entire city. I believe it would have a positive impact on the businesses in the downtown area and along the route both of east and west of Grant. Parking is a real issue in our Power and Light District, in our downtown. But I think this would relieve great pressures off the businesses in the downtown area. And the streetcar would give all of us great relief. Again, Mr. Mayor, I'll wholeheartedly support this effort. And again, let's get on with it. Thank you so much.
Thought I was going to take some of her hair with me here. Thanks, Annette. It's really small business owners like Annette Jones who are the economic engine of this city. The next person here today to talk about the project really doesn't need much of an introduction at all. In fact, usually when he speaks, I ask to go before him because I get tired of speaking after him. I see people's eyes glaze over if I don't hit those high notes and that energy level that he has. Although he's probably a little shop-worn now after all the stuff that's been going on, but he's here with us as he always has been to help promote this city, to help get things done for this city. Congressman, I'm grateful for all of your help, always have been, and for everything that you've done to support this project. We're lucky to have you. We're lucky to have Senator McCaskill, who couldn't be with us here today. But thank you for everything.
Thank you, Mayor. As I said some time back, we're on a roll, and we're doing great things in this community. And our legislative team in Washington might not have the same political theology, but when it comes to working for the betterment of this community, we are together. And Senators Bond and McCaskill are not here, but they obviously are involved. Senator Blunt and Senator McCaskill both are involved in trying to make this community better. But Kit Bond Strategies, the representatives of the city in Washington, they are here, and they were involved in trying to make sure this project moved to the reality stage. And I want to congratulate the mayor and the members of the city council for all the work they've done. And to our guest, this building, Mr. Secretary, just a few years ago was a playground for rodents. And it was on the verge of collapse, and it was saved because of a lot of people came together to make sure that it remained open, and it still does have a transportation component. And so things are moving, I think, in the right direction under the leadership of Mayor James, and we are all fortunate that our community comes together. A short time ago, Secretary of Transportation came to Kansas City for a press conference down in the Green Impact Zone, and that announcement made all of us happy. Our happiness is to be continued. I am very pleased that the Secretary of Transportation has come to Kansas City for this rollout. I had the great opportunity to work with the Secretary while he was still mayor of Charlotte as we were preparing for the Democratic National Convention, which was held in his city, and it was a fabulous reception afforded those of us who went into Charlotte. He was a member of the city council there. He chaired the transportation committee and was looked at by the present administration as someone who could step in behind Ray LaHood, who was quite familiar with municipal government, and as is our mayor, he is a trained lawyer from New York University, and has done a fabulous job in leading Charlotte. So he's only been confirmed probably 8 weeks or so, and we were thrilled, obviously, that he was confirmed. Some of us lobbied on his behalf at the behest of Congressman Mel Watt. So we want to welcome Mayor Anthony Fox to our community. Mayor Fox, this is a great community. I'm mentioning that because we would like for you to come back again in a couple of weeks and make another announcement. And so everybody here, as you get the chance to get close to the mayor, just say 8 weeks. 8 weeks. And I think if we receive him well enough, it might help us get some more money. Mayor Fox.
Good morning, Kansas City.
Good morning.
It's great to be here in Kansas City. I want to thank Congressman Cleaver, to your great mayor, Sly James. I always joke with Sly that we can't put his first name and my last name together and get a good combination. And to some of the elected officials who are not here, Governor Nixon, and to both of your senators, Senator McCaskill and Senator Blunt, who were both great champions of this project. What's happening in Kansas City is happening all over the country. You have a fast-growing, dynamic city, full of opportunity. You have a vision for how to integrate transportation, economic development, land use, reducing carbon emissions, protecting the environment, and improving quality of life. And on top of that, you have the guts to work together as a local community to put ideas into action. And so today, I am proud to be here with you to announce a $20 million Tiger Grant to Kansas City to support your downtown streetcar project. Now this type of effort is what is required to move a project of this magnitude forward. And I want to say that you need to know that we got 575 requests across the country for various projects. When you add them all together, they were about $9 billion. And we had about $500 million of projects to award. So this is one of 52 projects in 37 states across the country. In Kansas City, I also want you to know this is the biggest single project. Now, let's put this in context. You know, if I were in some part of Houston where they're getting ready for expansion of the Panama Canal, ports would be a really important transportation mode to support. In some parts of America, it's highways or bridges. In other parts, it's transit or commuter rail. But wherever you are in America, there is a to-do list. And in this country, the U.S. Department of Transportation has always endeavored to help state and local governments move forward with the to-do list that they put together. We're in the 9th year without a 6-year reauthorization in transportation. You all may have read a little bit about some of the budget issues that are less than 30 days away in Washington. So when you see the evidence of these types of projects happening, I hope you will remind your leaders in Washington that this is not like abstract stuff. This is stuff that helps local communities build community, build economies, build quality of life, reduce impacts on the environment, and move communities forward right here, just like in Kansas City. President Obama understands infrastructure. He understands the need for this country to continue building the connections that will connect every American to the 21st century economy. Again, whether it's a road, whether it's a highway, whether it's a bridge, whether it's a port, whether it's urban or rural, or in a Democratic or Republican district, it's about moving this country forward. In 2009, the president kick-started this process when the Tiger Grants were created. And they have helped to build communities and to build job growth and to improve the quality of life all across America. It's why the president has gone out and put a proposal on the table to put $50 million into repairing our aging infrastructure as a country using the proceeds of corporate tax reform. It's also why the president has put on the table in his FY14 budget a budget that doesn't get us into furloughs, doesn't get us into problems with funding transportation. It actually shores us up and allows us to move forward and continuing to make a difference in communities like Kansas City. So the president's vision is why we're here today and why we need to continue working to make sure transportation is part of the equation when we talk about connecting Americans to the 21st century economy. This project is exciting because of what it does to connect Kansas City. And I'm going to say one last word about the mode you have chosen. You know, transit can come in lots of forms. There are buses, there are commuter rail, there's light rail, there's subways, there are all kinds of things that you can do in transit. But streetcars are what we do in areas that are already highly built up, where there's population or buildings that you can't just blow away in order to make progress in putting a rail transportation system in place. And what we found is when you put those assets in place, people come. Businesses come, just like Annette's business. And they're able to prosper because all of a sudden their businesses are connected not only to the block on which they sit, but to the entire community. And that is the difference. So I know you will experience success with this project. I've already told the mayor he's got a year to get this stuff moving. So I'm gonna stop speaking so you can get to work, so we can get this project on the ground. Thank you very much. It's great to be with you.
I can assure Secretary Fox that we're ready to move with as much speed and expertise as we can possibly muster. We plan to get this done and up and running by 2015. And we want to make sure to invite you to come back and be one of the first people to ride with us. There's a lot of people who helped make this happen. There's a lot of people who have been devoted to this project, have worked hard on this project, spent shoe leather on this project, answered questions about this project, been criticized about this project, all sorts of different things. But this project is a project of merit, one that we are going to make happen and is already happening. We're joined today by a number of those people. There are some people that I have a special affinity for, and they're not necessarily in my notes, but they deserve to be singled out. Sherry McIntyre, our Director of Public Works, is here. Thank you. We have city councilmen here who have supported, the city council people who have supported this project and worked with us in Melba Curls and Michael Brooks. Another person worthy of special mention is Councilman Russ Johnson. Russ is a person who has toiled and trialed and jumped and shouted and rolled over and had his belly scratched and his head bopped 50,000 times to make this project work. It would not be where it is but for Russ Johnson's efforts. Russ, thank you. Thank you very much. We have some tremendous federal partners. Monty Ahmad from FTA, are you here, Monty? There you are. This gentleman, when people talk about the federal government and talk about it in the negative, they're not talking about this man or his office, because he has worked with us hand in glove every step of the way. He has been a tremendous partner and friend to this project and to this city. So thank you very much for that. We also have with us today Dave Nichols from MoDOT. Where's Dave? There you are, Dave. Good to see you over there. Joe Carmichael, the chair of the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission. Thank you, Joe. Steve Miller, not the member of the band, but Steve Miller, the vice chair of the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission. An old friend, Kelly Martin. Kelly? Commissioner for the Missouri Highway and Transportation Commission. We need to recognize Mike Haverty, the executive chairman of Kansas City Southern. Mike and Kansas City Southern have led the effort for years to modernize and enhance our transportation systems. Thank you, Mike. To our friends at Union Station, who have once again opened up the doors for us, thank you. Who have worked with us on this project and been good allies and sounding boards, thank you. I want to recognize Corey Dillon back there in the back end for Senator McCaskill, and if I missed someone from Senator Blunt's office, I apologize. Is there anyone here? Okay, Senator Blunt has been very helpful as well. Now, as you can see, this project is the culmination of intergovernmental cooperation with the city, federal government, and the city government, and the business community. Today represents a transformative, game-changing moment for Kansas City. I said this yesterday and didn't realize the profundity of it until I actually thought about it. But unless you're really old, I don't think anybody in this room has ever lived in this city when new rail has been laid for a transportation system. That's a profound statement. We're about to do something that none of us have seen done. We've read about it, we saw movies, we've seen pictures, but it hasn't happened in our lifetime. $20 million is a huge investment, and the streetcar system is going to be a huge asset to downtown, but you should never forget the streetcar for downtown is only the start. Always has been contemplated as only the start. And if those of you who were here in this room, in this very spot, longer than a week ago recall, all of the alternative routes were laid out here and people were climbing around it like ants with string and putting their preferences down. Because this is going to be a collaborative effort for this city, for this entire city. We need to go east and west, we need to go south, we need to go north across the river. And if we do that, we will unite this city in a way that it has never been united before. And once we become united together, we will do bigger and better things, and this city will be the better for it. I want you just to imagine what it's going to be like in a few years when there's streetcar running downtown, people walking and getting on it, conventioneers using it to get to the Crown Center hotels, down to the convention center, leaving here without having to get in your car, walk over, get on the streetcar, go downtown for lunch or a meeting and come back. Life will change. Parking lots will hopefully disappear because buildings will be there to take their place. That's economic development that comes only with rail. Rail only comes with cooperation. Cooperation on so many levels, and today's cooperation is the biggest of all. When the U.S. Secretary of Transportation stops by your city to hand you a nice check, that's a good day.